And you can see Simba is asleep on my bed. Just a disclaimer, of course, that I do talk about eating disorders in this video, so if you're at all triggered by that, please click off. Yeah, and I'll catch you in a more lighthearted video. Also in this video I do talk a little bit about how I feel towards myself having gone through this. I think sometimes I'm a little harsh on myself, so if I say anything, please, like, that is, I don't know how to say it, sorry. If I say anything that is rude to myself, I don't know. Basically, everybody's different, and I'm going to share some thoughts with you guys, and the things that I've kind of said towards myself, I don't mean it to anybody else, I don't mean it directed to anybody else. I do talk about how it's hard to be struggling and be 25, because the realization is really hitting me that I feel like I should be an adult and I should just have grown out of all of this. And I know that's not the case, because mental health doesn't have an age. So I know that's ridiculous, but it is a reoccurring thought that I do get sometimes, but I'm working on it. So yeah, you don't need to agree, of course, but please don't take offense or take anything too personally in this video. Thank you. I thought I would just make an update video on basically everything that's happened since my previous videos. I'm still going well with recovery. There's still hard days, but I'm getting there. I stacked it on my skateboard. You want to see my bruise? Ugh, yeah. I did it I did it 4 days ago, so it's starting to look pretty like manky now. You know, like the high kind of part of the skate park where it like drops down, like where you drop into it basically, and it's got like the railing. Yeah, well, I did it, but I messed up the landing, so slapped the concrete. Aside from that, I'm going good. I just wanted to check on how everybody else is going. And I mentioned this in a previous video, I really want to do a Q&A, so if you have any questions about anything whatsoever, please feel free to ask in the comments and I will make it in another video. And just a friendly reminder that if you are suffering from an ED, just that little smidge friendly reminder that if you're not recovering, you are dying. So please join me on this recovery journey. I'm doing much better, but I've still had, you know, hiccups along the way as well. So still got a little while to go, but you could do it with me. I think what really made me want to do this video today is I went for a job interview today. That's why makeup and hair. As much as I would love to say I did it for the video, I didn't, sorry. I just did it for that. And I got really triggered, like really badly, because I wore some plain black work pants that I hadn't worn in a while, and they fit tighter. So that was very uncomfortable, I guess, like around like my stomach, my thighs. So yeah, it's hard, but I thought I would just make this video because somebody might need encouragement. I know sometimes I need it, so if I can offer it to anybody, then I will. Sometimes I feel like I'm too old for this. Like, eating disorders are something that usually affects people in their younger youth, like around adolescence or quite young adulthood, whereas I'm 25. So every now and again, when times are hard, sometimes I'm quite stern with myself and I think, like, you can't be serious, like, get over it, grow up. So it's really come to a realization just kind of recently that this isn't something that I'm going to grow out of. This is something that I actually have to really fight for. I really thought I'd have it sorted pretty soon after I started recovery around like 23. I thought, okay, well, time to grow up, get out of this, get over it. But it's still hard. Yeah. I think it's going to be hard for a while until I just can work on it. And a topic that's come up a few times now, not that many times, but a couple times, has been about journaling. So I said that I make journals and that journaling really helped me with my recovery, and a few people have agreed that it can help, whereas a couple other people have said that they would find it a little difficult to do journaling because of the like perfectionism around it, like the aesthetic of bullet journaling and just how neat everything is. Because not always, but for a lot of people with eating disorders, perfectionism is a big thing. So doing journaling and that can be more stressful than it is enjoyable. So I thought I'd quickly show you a couple examples of the journaling that I do, and just so you can see how different it is to regular journaling or, bullet journaling. You know what I mean? More just how different it is. It's very different. So last year I actually tried to do bullet journaling properly. Actually, I'll start from the beginning, sorry. First of all, I always loved drawing. I do. I love drawing. I love art. So I always had a lot of blank journals, diaries, sketchbooks, things like that. And I would be too scared to write in them or draw in them because I was worried that I was going to make a mistake and wreck it. So I would just hoard these books of like crisp white paper, just hoard them for years without using them. So last year I really pushed my comfort zone. My mum actually got me this journal, and it says here, "Dear Cassandra, I bought you this book in Melbourne, January 14 for you." So I bought this book in Melbourne for you. Lots of love, Mum. She bought this in 2014, and I couldn't bring myself to use it because it's like such crisp white pages, just looked so perfect. I could never bring myself to write in it because I was worried I'd wreck it. So I didn't actually use it till last year. So it took me 6 years to use this journal. And I tried to do like aesthetic bullet journaling. This is probably my favorite page, books I read. So I tried to keep it quite like aesthetic looking, though it was like a bit more scratchy than more typical, like more scratchy than traditional bullet journaling, I guess. what I got for my birthday, because I hate when you try to think back of what you got and you can't think. It just makes me feel really, not ungrateful, but I get annoyed with myself that my memory is so bad. So I wrote it down. Days I went to the gym. This is when lockdown happened, and you can see from September I stopped going to the gym. I don't go to the gym at all now. The gym is a very negative, triggering place. I don't like it. For a lot of people it's good. Exercise helps. It never helped me. It was only very toxic to me. So basically I did this bullet journaling, and I used it up until I think just before September, because that's when I started to kind of slack on working on it. And I had like a cool spread planned for October and things like that, but I just didn't really get around to it. So it's pretty full, like, as you can see, but I stopped using it around like just before September. Oh, actually that's a good page, the birthday page. People's birthdays, it's really fun. So I loved it, and I will treasure this forever, even though I didn't finish it. But it really helped me get out of my comfort zone. So the journals I make are junk journals. So like this little one, for example, is a little steampunk type one. I've put all the pages, like done all the binding myself. And you can see that all the pages are different sizes, different types, and I don't measure, so I couldn't get this book exactly perfect even if I tried, and that really helped me get out of my comfort zone. So, you know, if you went to the movies or something, you could just sticky tape or glue the ticket in there. If you caught the train somewhere to see a friend, you could just shove the ticket in there. It's all very scattered and random, because I found that with this, I love it and I'll treasure it forever, but it was a lot more of almost a chore, like keeping track of where I was up to in the journal and ensuring that I don't accidentally miss a day. So with these, you can go left to right, right to left, it doesn't matter. You can open up on a random page. If a random thing comes to mind or something you want to remember, you can just write it down. Like, they are very messy because life is messy. This is a little pocket. And there's something that you can always add to. So another one I did was, this one was an old children's book and I upcycled it. So one rule that I do have, I don't like taking apart old books. I just feel really mean doing that. So I will only use a book when it's literally falling apart and it can't really serve its purpose anymore. So then I believe that I'm giving it new life. So this was falling apart. As you can see, the cover was fully deteriorating. That's the back of it. So I put this like little label thing over the name it's torn, and that as well to go with the theme of it. And I Mod Podged it so it's sealed to stop it from damaging further. And this one you can actually see the stitches. In the other one I've covered the spine. You can see the stitches. I've added some charms because this one's quite like children's theme. It's got a little bear and an angel and this little navy blue tassel. And I tried to preserve as much of the book cover as I could. So it's the inside as well. Something else I started doing as well is using like lace, so that when you get a gap in the pages, you can see the lace. And you can see here as well, like that's not even, and the stitching's not perfect, and that's because I don't measure, because I find if I did, I'd have to get it perfect, whereas if I do it this way, it can't be perfect even if I tried. So there's only 3 signatures in this one, so because it is smaller, I've actually made like a little extra journal, so that's on this page here, and I've just like sewn the spine, and it's just basically like a little miniature flipbook journal. It's like a journal within a journal. Once again, like all mixed paper, mixed sizes, mixed types. And I'll show you this one as well, just so you can see that I do try really hard to get variety. This one is mermaid theme, so you can see the spine is very messy, but it's supposed to be, so it's okay. That's all like, once again, messy, and it's supposed to be. I'll show you these 2 that I'm working on at the moment. Another thing I've started to do is add little jars of crystals, because I think they give a good energy, and like the point of this, the whole reason I started making these journals was because I was kind of in a dark place, and it's made me feel better. It's made me feel a lot better. So if it can help me, maybe these journals can help other people. So this one's more like bohemian kind of theme. And this one here, this is the last one, I promise. This one, it's not finished yet. I'm actually making it for my friend for her birthday. So it's all things that kind of relate to us. So it's a little yellow dinosaur there. Just that's something special to us. A little heart that says love. A key with hearts. Oops. This one, obviously, like key, love and friendship, but also when we were like, I think 12 or something, we got a toolbox from Bunnings, and we put all letters and special things in it, so we made our own little time capsule, and we each had a key to it. I think we both lost the keys by now, but we're going to go through it sometime soon. So the key is a very special symbol for us. This little BFF infinity charm, there's 2 of them, so I've got the other one. And this little jar of crystals as well, and they're all genuine crystals. So the cover's not done yet. I've sealed it, but it's not done. But it's all the things that are special to us. Like be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Love you. So they're very like personal, but also very random. So I hope that kind of clears up why I recommend journaling. I know it's not for everybody, but I really think it can help just by getting like random little things that are special to you and putting it in a journal. I think it's a great way of healing. Also, I know that I'm relating this to myself a lot, and everybody's different, so a lot of people this won't work for or anything like that. But another thing that I really like about junk journaling is the textures. I'm very much into, I guess, like sensory type stuff. If you want me to do a video on like all my favorite like sensory toys and things like that, I will. But basically with these, they're just really nice to feel, I guess, as well. Like they've got so many different textures. The papers, I cut them at different edges, with different edges, different thicknesses, different textures, the charms. And they are made to be used, so if you're like a bit rough with them or anything, it's fine. Just, you know, the page comes out, tape it back in. like, or you want to add pages, you can tape them in washi tape, that you can add pages. You can very much make them your own. So that's another thing. So yeah, I'm not trying to sell you journals or anything. I do have an Instagram and an Etsy store if you're interested, even just like for inspiration. I'm not trying to sell you anything, I promise. I am just letting you know that journaling really helps my mental health, and that's why I make these, because I enjoy making them, and I think it's like a hidden way of healing that I never really knew about, and now I want to share it with people. I think it can really help. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that because I could ramble about journals all day, but I really hope this video has been helpful. It's been a little scattered because I'm not exactly sure where I wanted to take it, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll answer all of them either in the comments as well or in a Q&A. Sorry, it's my leg. It's pretty uncomfortable because of that. Ooh. The swelling's gone down a lot, but yeah. So I'm just flopping my leg around because I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day, night, wherever you are, and stay happy, safe, and healthy. Bye.